Hello and welcome to another episode of Put Me in Coach on episode 51, Diamondbacks versus Rockies Game 3. Starting lineup of today looks pretty much of the same besides of Jose Fernandez playing DH, Tim Tawa playing left field, and maybe enough of Gabe Marino playing catcher. And so I think because I don't know enough of Adrian Castro was playing yesterday. He probably did, and so. But currently enough, I thinking the lineup looks more the same. Looking up at the numbers. Again, I thinking today did a lot better at this time. Today, their batting was good, but I thinking it was not like top of the lead we wanted and stuff, but it's a good day for our battings and stuff because clearly of enough, the only person did not get on base is Vargas and Jose Fernandez, and that's it. Everybody else literally got more or maybe one base hit. And that's pretty good. Pitching wise of enough. Zach Gallen was starting pitching today for the Diamondbacks. He went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, struck out 6, walked 2, gave up 2, or 2 runs and stuff. Yeah, I questioned with Zach Gallen. Currently enough, I was having a conversation with my dad, even my brother-in-law as well, talking about enough because to me, I generally thought enough of Zach Gallen was our ace pitcher in some ways because clearly of enough, it's really hard with Zach Gallen because I really like Gallen so much. I want him to be well respected, good pitcher for us and stuff. And he honestly enough has a very weird relationship with the Diamondbacks right now. Like he wants to go out there and compete. There's no doubt about that, but it's just some things about of enough of what is clicking and what is not, And right now he is just hot and cold, and he's been doing that like last year and stuff because he's supposed to be like our ace in some ways and stuff, and then unfortunately just doesn't really peak out of his time and stuff, and he was a free agent and stuff, and Diamondbacks really gave an offer to him and he declined that and stuff, and so fortunately for nobody doesn't really want Gallen anymore and stuff, so he came back with the same offer we honestly gave him, and he offered that at the time when nobody didn't want him and stuff. So I'm really feeling bad more for Zach Gallen at this time because I want him to seed and stuff. I would definitely say today he did great and stuff. Not the worst, not the best and stuff. Just great at the time. And some, I'm trying to respect him the most that I can because me, like on this podcast enough. I've been was harsh on Gallen so much because to me, I thought enough he was our ace pitcher in the rotation and stuff, and hearing enough of my brother-in-law telling me enough we don't have an ace. What do you mean we have no ace? Like, you're telling me of enough this whole time? Like, who's taking this role? Like, nobody? Like, that's so weird and stuff. And like, who is literally pitching as the number one right now should be the ace. And right now, that's Gallen right now. So it doesn't make no sense enough of we shouldn't have no ace and stuff. And fortunately enough, if you're thinking about enough of Gallen is not our ace, who is? And my brother-in-law answer is the person is injured right now, and that's Corbin Burns, because Corbin Burns is supposed to be our ace and generally enough, So it's tough at this point. I think Gallen needs to be the ace now and keep repeat competitive in a way as an ace at this time till when Corbin Burns come back and he would take the role of the ace and stuff, like all these typical things and stuff. So it's just so weird. Like is he an ace or is he not? To me, that's what I thought, but I'm hearing from other people he's not, because he's not performing as an ace. So that's where like I'm getting so frustrated with Zach Gallen enough of he's not performing as an ace. But now I'm hearing from other fans, like my brother-in-law, saying enough of he's not an ace. I never knew that. I never knew that. That's very interesting to hear from other people and stuff. It's, it's their thought, their opinion about Gallen and stuff. Totally understand that because he's not performing the way he is and stuff. So that's just another thing enough it. If I want to say Mize Bisek enough of taking the role of put me in coach at this time right now enough, if I am Toy Lavello, he is going to be our ace completely no matter what. I don't care. If Burns come back, he is the ace. Right now, Gallen is the ace. That's what I'm talking about. That's me in general. I don't care who else telling me enough. If you want to agree and disagree with me, that's totally fine. That's my opinion. I just like I want him as the ace right now till Burns shows up and stuff, and he is just not performing the way as an ace at the moment because he's hot and cold all the time and stuff, and has this weird motion. He's like Zach Gallen in a way. I mean, not Zach Gallen. He is Zach Gallen. Why did I say that? I meant to say Zach Greinke. Greinke was a little weird as well. And same thing enough. It's probably the ZG. Something about that, huh? Supposed to starting pitchers, great. One of the ace. I don't know. Rockies pitcher is Michael Lorenzen and stuff. He went 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, struck out 5, walked once, gave up 5 runs. So I would definitely say enough Gallen did better than Lorenzen, just a little bit and stuff. I think Lorenzen is still a good pitcher overall and stuff. I don't think he is the ace for the Rockies, but he's one of the good pitchers out there and stuff. Currently, what I remember from the World Baseball Classic, Italy versus USA, and he did really good for Italy and stuff. Yeah, it's just so weird. I think again, if you saw enough of our batting, we just did more solid contact on him and stuff. So that's why enough. Like he did good, but not great, and that's why Gallen's better. So that's pretty much of that. The bullpen for the Diamondbacks, Brandon Pfaadt, Kevin Ginkel, and Paul Sewell for the save and stuff. I was getting a little frustrated with Brandon Pfaadt, just realized enough of how long is it going to keep going, because this is not his. I don't like this strategy. I don't know why. It kind of pissed me off more often enough. I don't know what Troy Lavello thought enough of keep putting Brandon Pfaadt still, because it was not a good idea, because you see right here, he gave up 2 runs. Where enough of we actually don't need those runs to Brandon Pfaadt, to even help Gallen either. Like, bro, what are you doing? What is going on with these, offense of the Rockies? It's so crazy, man. Scoring right now. Just give me a second. Let me do little points here and there, and then we'll get right into it. So I kind of shorted it down a little bit. I didn't do it before, but I did now, so I'm not really talking about every scoring, so that's why I want to talk about the ones that I want to talk about and stuff. Starting off with Perdomo hitting an RBI single to make it 1-0 bottom of the third. Nolan Arenado hitting a 2 RBI double to make it 3-0 bottom of the third. Troy Johnson hit a RBI single to make it 1-3, top of the fourth. Kento Marte with a big 2-home run to make it 5-2, bottom of the fourth. That's what we really need. And TJ McField hit a solo home run to make it 4-5, top of the eighth. And that's where I got really frustrated with Brandon Pfaadt because he's the one gave those runs away. The final score is 5-4. Diamondbacks won, making their record 27-24 and stuff. Going up 3 wins, up over 500. So that's huge and stuff. And also, we're very one close enough to win the series over the Rockies in a 4-series game. It's huge and stuff. I do want to keep talking about scoring a little bit here and there and stuff because, I was really getting frustrated when Brandon Pfaadt was coming in and stuff. To me, enough of I don't understand why Ravello kept Brandon Pfaadt still in and stuff. Sure, why not? He only gave up only 1 run. Sure, why not? And stuff. But come on, dude. This is honestly of enough. It's crazy. He gave up another run and stuff. And it even looked like TJ McField got a whole lot of it on the ball to just carry the home run out of here and stuff. Marte home run was so much bigger than TJ McField home run and stuff. You cannot compare these two players together and stuff because Marte is just so much better hitter over TJ is and stuff. I'm trying to think of what TJ stands for. I know there's something to it, but I don't remember and stuff. Somebody said it. I know Bob Brenly probably said it. Who knows? But it's just I don't know, just the way enough. I never did really expected for him to hit that home run off Brandon Pfaadt, and it just it really shocked me and stuff. And then weird enough of the Rockies, it's so weird enough of the Rockies start hitting the ball right away on the first pitch and stuff. That's a weird strategy and stuff. I feel like that won't do well of enough, maybe that well of enough sometimes, but not all the time. It's so weird enough of all of them just go for this right away, thinking enough of throwing the pitcher off or some ways and stuff, I'm ready right now and stuff. Take your time, why you have to go so fast and trying to score so quick, trying to mess the pitcher up. Be a batter, The Rockies don't really do that very well, and that's why you guys suck so much and stuff. You got great players on your team. It's just not performing the way you thought and stuff. And I get it enough of this is the way you wanted to do your strategy. Well, did you win? No, you did not. Did you got closer and I got pissed off? Sure did. That is the truth. So to me enough, because why I got so mad, because why is the Rockies keep hitting off Brandon Pfaadt? First of all, I don't know why Brandon Pfaadt's still in the 8th inning at the time. Why did Kevin Ginkel just came out in the beginning and totally get these players out? Don't understand that, but he did. Kevin Ginkel came in and pretty much didn't give no more runs away and stuff, and those are Brandon Pfaadt people on base as well, because it was his runs or his mistakes of battings and stuff. But Kevin Ginkel got out of it and stuff good because we were really close. Because again, you gotta help your team enough of this team can come back. We should win game 2 as well, but we didn't because we had the lead. We had 2-0. Rockies came back and won it and stuff. We cannot have this chance enough to bring the opponent team to have a comeback like this and stuff, and we still cannot win the game. There's just little moments here and there. You gotta have the whole team together to work and stuff to win the game and stuff, and everything doesn't work. you're not going to win games. And everything does work, you will win games. So do good offense, do good pitching, do good bullpen, everything. Everything matters at this point. And so we need wins, and this is the time we need to give advantage on these low teams. Similar with the Rockies. I get Rockies can score. They have good players. They have good hits. They have good defense. They are a good team. It's just some ways enough they do suck. We are a better team. We need to perform better and stuff. And we cannot be this 500 team if we're not going to show of enough of it, because they're going to keep showing as they are a 500 team because they keep losing. They keep winning. They go back and forth with this shit. I just cuss. Sorry. Came out. I'm not bleeping that. Probably the first time you probably heard me cussing. And I'm not a person enough it. Well, shit is shit. I'm just saying enough of, you gotta just to perform as a winning team. And I just don't think this is a winning team. They just show enough of, they just want to win and lose every single time. It's annoying. Honestly, you want to get better. I'm telling you, I want to change this freaking team so freaking bad. Let me in. Put me in, coach, because that's literally what I'm trying to do. I get we won. Yes, exciting. But I hate this team so much enough of they keep, scratching my teeth so much. Ugh. I don't like watching my team to lose and stuff. I want wins. Because clearly enough, if I go in and I become everything for the Diamondbacks, we'll win more games than enough. We'll be better over the Dodgers. We'll be better over the Yankees. We'll be better than other teams. I don't think we'd be better over the Braves, but we'll be in that category with them and stuff. I hope. But I'm not there. So, I don't know. So, yeah. Progress of enough. I think we just, I like what we did today. Keep progressing with that and stuff. And then, bullpen pitching wise and stuff. Just keep adding it. Just keep poking that stick on the opponent to where enough of just no, you're not scoring on me. We're going to score on you because that's what we want to do. And so, more positive, more hitting, more wins, more home runs. Give me all of it. This is how we win. Let's do it. So, that's that. MVP for the Diamondbacks today is going to be Kendall Marte because he hit that home run. If he did not hit that home run, we would actually be tied. So it's a good thing he won. I mean, actually, no, we would actually lose. We would lose 4-3 if he did not hit that, or tie 4-4. Maybe I don't know, but I think that was a big one. We should, and he honestly enough helped the team with that 2 home run and stuff. So good to have enough of having Kendall Marte on our team. Heck yeah. And stuff. I think that's his 5th or 6th. Maybe he took the lead over the MVP on this podcast. Not 100% sure, but hey, I'll take the win no matter what. And stuff. I will get pissed sometimes. I put so much passion to this team. You see this. You see this passion. I'm telling you, man. Put me in. Because I want it. I want it bad. Sorry I cuss. Don't tell my mom. The F word I would not say. If I want to say shit, that happens. That's PG-13. That's totally fine. I'm trying to be family friendly here and stuff, but it's okay. So, our goal tomorrow, we got to win. I know we won we won today. We need to win tomorrow. Fortunately enough, I'm probably not going to watch the game because I think the time will be 2 o'clock. exactly around at that time, maybe a little bit early, around like 11, 12 o'clock, whatever, and stuff. The only reason enough I'm not going to watch the game because I have a family event I'm going to do, and I'm hosting as well and stuff. I'm going bowling and stuff. It's gonna be a good time with my family and stuff. So I just know the game will be around at that certain time, so I would not have my laptop with me. I wouldn't watch and stuff. I'm fine watching it. It's just I wouldn't have my laptop as like, you know, notes and homework, whatever and stuff. I wouldn't have this and stuff. So I would just do it later because I'd done that before. I have just not watched the game and do the notes later and then watch the highlights, whatever, and typical things so I can do this every single game for the Diamondbacks. So our goal for tomorrow, we need to win because if we lose tomorrow, we'll split the series with the Rockies. If we win tomorrow, we win the series over the Rockies, and so it's a must-win duo right now, and stuff. And I believe enough of who's actually literally pitching. I'm thinking Contra for the Rockies is pitching, and then Ryan Nelson for the Diamondbacks. I believe enough of that's right, and so Jose Quanta, is that how you say it? The only curly I know, he was really good with the White Sox back then, and then he went to the Cubs, and then he was all over the place. Like, he was a Pirates, now he's on the Rockies. He was all over the place and stuff. So that's pretty much that. The only thing currently enough of what I remember back then, probably last year or some ways and stuff, I remember enough of his last time pitching against the Diamondbacks in Chase Field, and I think he was a Pirate, something like that. And there was a thing enough of he never won a win over the Diamondbacks, and he finally did it the last time we was against him, and the score was like literally 1-0, I think, or something like that. So like, I don't know what wrong there, but fortunately he got our first win off of us. Good for him. Okay. Hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. Have a great day. Thank you for watching, and yeah, shit.